Hello, my name is Hayden Wayne. This is the Healing Channel, episode 22. I will be reading the preface and chapter 1 from Notre is Burning. The inner reaches of mind within the outer reaches of multidimensional consciousness, and the choices we make. No one is allowed to touch, in spite of all the yearning, needing love so very much, and Notre is burning. Suicide, the latest fad, complete society's gone mad, too caught up to know how sad, things to first get really bad. And science is no longer in, theology our origin, and our youth on heroin. The sky has truly fallen. And Nero plays with no concerns, the art of the deal and what it earns, how much is enough and all it turns. And Notre is burning. The arbiter of truth, the news, sold out to make a buck. Selling advertising space they just don't give up. And we all know the lies they sell, but nothing can be done. They know their power, untouchable, and hurt us for the fun. Drowning from political thugs, no conversation safe from bugs. Loneliness, the heart, it tugs. And Notre is burning. Where is the moral outrage and the taking to the streets? It's just bootlicking self-freedom and one-upmanship through tweets. This orange menace turning red, impending conflagration, this selfish decadence unleashed will undermine each nation, too dumb to know the reason why, too arrogant for learning, and more each day we die, and Notre is burning. And shouts of "let it burn" by those so well protected, and all the rest of us in turn are not at all respected. And all the children put in cages, and all the workers stagnant wages, and no one listens to the sages of the coming war and how it rages. Dispose this rank and file who are sycophantly vested, while hinterland screams, "Sieg Heil!" And our Constitution tested. And indifference disconcerting through apathy perverting, while a dictatorship is flirting with shouts of "let it burn." Oh, Notre Dame, my Notre Dame, our Notre Dame. Sweet Notre Dame. The forest, tree-sized timbers that held the copper roof, is now all burnt to embers, and the world remains aloof. Chapter 1. Anagnorisis. From ignorance to knowledge. Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will you enjoy simplicity, and the scorners delight in scorning, and fools hate knowledge? What is the culmination of a life? What has been our net worth? Have we experienced consciousness so rich and full as to match the glory of totality? Have we maximized our full potential? Have we refined ourselves so to be perpetually in awe and never bored? Have we contributed to the synergy or been a nihilistic siphon, depleting from the perfection, denying future generations of what was gifted to us? Am I like Diogenes, looking for an honest man? How bright must my lantern be to see in the daylight? The darkness so deeply etched into souls, automatons of greed, lost and hurting, manipulated into believing material righteousness, the golden calf, rusting the foundation of ephemeral wealth, adding poisonous sugar when sweetness already abounds. I come to thee with open heart and arms outstretched to embrace you all. My whole life has been music and words, recording the beauty within our potential. My work is nothing more than the documented proofs of my meditations. I disavow affiliation with any political party, neither liberal nor conservative. I am a humanist, dedicated to doing what is right, recognizing the power of the word as an instrument to promote and protect democracy, as well as our responsibility to promote and protect literacy and moral rectitude. I offer proof of my witness to the power of the word through the offerings of my work, in order to not only document for all conscious souls to experience, but leave an ongoing legacy. For my actions are the actions of the future, and as such recognize this moment as sacred for the next 7 generations. Me, an explorer on the edge of an expanding event horizon, documenting every vibration. I am still enough to hear. The totality of totality, the fractal, multidimensional, toroidal nature of reality. It isn't that the children of Israel are the chosen, but those who wrestle with God, the continuous conscious engagement with the infinite. Every person is made in the image of God. The confrontation of inner and outer consciousness within the randomness of our unlimited potential through truth and courage, documenting the proof of the struggle, evolving towards perfection as we coincide with creation. For in the doing, we approach divinity. It is all frequency to me. What oscillation will I emit to magnetically attract the specific elements to draw from? I, a neurochemical receiver, the center of the universe within a multiverse, within a greater multiverse, where everything is possible, where everything exists, always has, is, and will be. I do not believe creation by its very nature is demonic. It is the distortions of consciousness that renders perfection less than it is. Competence is power. Quote, "You don't have to be smart to suffer, but you do have to be alive," unquote. Jordan Peterson. The difference between struggle and success: there is no success without struggle. A successful struggle is the struggle of success. If you want to be happy and make others happy. Ah, youth, innocence and wonder hurling forward, boundless energy propelling this pod, aware of the Sisyphus equation, life pushing its struggle uphill, friction the only thing that ages me, and yet, without struggle, there is no life worth living. I must lessen the angle of this slope I climb in order to maintain the speed and momentum, for surely otherwise I will fade. Yet, nothing will extinguish fulfilling my purpose. My work, the perfected ability to stop time. Refining the dexterity of getting out of my own way, attracting all that is possible, a lifetime stilling myself to hear the noise. A remarkable space to reside, frictionless, other than the drive to experience, nonetheless unencumbered as I reach for grace. To be held until we are but one breath. To feel you pull me into your being, wrapped within our unison. Long past tomorrow, way before yesterday, now, like beads of mercury finding themselves, one, a model of efficiency. But who programmed the source code? Cooperative adaptive automation as the experiment continues? I am more pantheistic in the respect I believe we are all from the same astral dust, the subatomic quantum reality, regardless of how different we appear to be. Spiritual ignorance is not a new concept specific to one religious practice. Fundamentalism has demonstrated this since time immemorial. Being conscious, the only way towards spiritual unity, the sacred moment of oneness. To control the experience of life itself, you need truth, responsibility, and purpose. But where is terra firma when abdication seems to be the default position? Political correctness? Dissolve hierarchy and you lessen value. It's not a question of the inalienable right. All are entitled to opportunity to better themselves, to maximize their full potential. But recognize excellence and synergy, the ultimate currency, the fundamental necessity to creating a functional, evolving society. Otherwise, one size fits all, and we devolve to the lowest common denominator. We need to fear our own intellectual laziness. The character of man is determined by his actions. Never lose sight of the reflection of your humanity. Prestidigitation, the sleight of hand, the need to distract in order to execute illusion, divert, confuse, befuddle, deflect, mislead, deny, elude, discredit, full court bluster for the purpose to steal in the open the truth right in front of our witness. That I don't lie has rendered me a most fantastic liar in the eyes of the greater sociopathologically unwashed. Truth and responsibility are essential for goodness and well-being. When you tell the truth, you're revealing your being. When you're revealing your being, you're being human. Humans demonstrate the longest period for neuroplasticity, critical developmental maturity of any animal. One would assume, acknowledging this fact, education would thus be our biggest priority. It is not. I think it's safe to say the results show exponentially our devolution, not evolution. When I was young, there were rules of engagement. You didn't hit a man, let alone kick him when he was down. You didn't punch anyone wearing glasses. Now, no holds are barred. "66 million years ago, an asteroid hit the Yucatan Peninsula, wiping out the dinosaurs. The Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, 56 million years ago, for 200,000 years. Our Earth was so tropical, the oceans so warm and toxic to be uninhabitable to life. Geneticists can trace our commonality to East Africa. Around 75,000 years ago, there was a cataclysmic event where a major volcanic eruption occurred in Toba, Sumatra, apparently killing almost everything on the planet, from the global dimming of sunlight that lasted 6 to 10 years, and the global cooling that lasted intensely for several decades, and maybe as long as 1,000 years to completely clear. The blast ejected some 670 cubic miles of volcanic material weighing more than 7 trillion tons, including 6 billion tons of sulfur dioxide, leaving a 50 by 16 mile caldera with a lake depth of 1,400 feet. It left a 5.9-inch layer of ash all over South Asia. This genetic bottleneck demonstrates an extreme narrowness to our genetic diversity through those who survived. 1,000 to 10,000 breeding pairs who ultimately bred who we are today. Thus, 99.9% of all human beings have the identical DNA. I am a synergist expanding upon all that is possible when everything is possible. Boredom is the great cancer. It creates listlessness, which will only get you into trouble and will prove material consumption to be never satiated. Shall I talk about the wonder of your eyes? How the all of all shines, guiding every journey, as if my birth into the light repeats with every act of love. Through all eternity, this moment, folding into the next caress. The principle of resonance. Live and embrace what you've learned in your life. How old am I? How old do you want me to be? No time. A point so infinitesimally small, infinitesimally dense, a black hole where nothing exists, for matter can only exist because of time, and time has stopped. The bang of the Big Bang was the beginning of time. It just happened, as does a thought popping into our consciousness. And if it is to ultimately revert, collapse into its no-time compressed blackness, it is a cycle with no end and beginning, with no edge to find beyond the singular existence of its being. Consciousness in the moment, nothing before, nothing after. Perfection within its purpose. And I, a wee child, sitting on the edge of my bed, watching the twilight slip into the darkness of night, mourning the passing of the day. Thank you very much. That was the preface and first chapter of Notre is Burning. Peace.